Ah, yes. Something that I feel like is long forgotten. Pokemon spin-offs. Pokemon, it's one of the biggest franchises of all time, and honestly, it's very difficult to avoid it sometimes. It's kind of everywhere these days. And as much as I like the series, I liked its main line a lot. But sometimes I just kind of like some of the things they do on the side more often. Here I have is my small collection of some of the spin-off games. Might I add, I am not going to include this one. I did take it out of that. It's because I think I already heard this is officially their second mainline game. You know how some series have like a second, like two mainline games, kind of like how Mario has two mainline games of being 2D Mario and the 3D Mario. Well, and for Pokemon's case, this is going to be their second mainline, Pokemon Legends. So I'm not going to talk about Arceus also because I haven't got a chance to play it yet. I haven't, and I've just been too busy with other stuff. So sorry, but to get that out of the way, right here we have some of the others. And some people might think Mystery Dungeon was one of the first ones. I'm not going to say, well, I'm going to say that's wrong, but I'm going to understand why some people might do it. When I would say some of the first ones, I think was like the Mario. I think some of the first ones was like the Pokemon trading card Game Boy game, stuff like that. Something that Pokemon made to like let people learn how to play the trading card game early. For me, some of the first Pokemon games in general was these two over here. Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap. Oh, I love these games whenever I was a kid. These aren't my original copies. I had to buy them. Also, I got these cool custom cases from customcases.com. I really love them. I try to make sure they are like as close as to the original N64 boxes. That's why, like, even if I put them like this, as you can see, this is fairly like how most cases be like the S1, like everything on the side, all that. That way, if you slide it in like a book, it will like won't look out of place. But when I go to the front, yeah, it's going to look weird if I do it like this, but it's supposed to be like the actual cardboard case, so you do it sideways. Anyways, enough of that. Back to these. My parents got us an N64 back when I was like very, very young. I think like I was 3 or something. I only have very faint but fond memories of these games. I remember me and my sister, we would always play Pokemon Stadium and try and make our own teams. Not really understanding, aside from like basic typings, but like the logistics of like competitive Pokemon, or even just like how some like calculations work and all that. I always lose, and that created a forever rivalry between her and me. My Charizard versus Blastoise. Yes, I'm a Charizard fan. Moving on. But man, it was a lot of fun. And I did play Pokemon Fire Red, and she had Leaf Green. And whenever I wanted to play this, it was mostly because I wanted to see the Pokemon in 3D and in action, and this was always jaw-dropping. Now these days, they're making a new whole app and slash download free software that's basically like just take the battle system and you can now play it on your phone as long as you use your Pokemon for your mainline games. Like, that's cool. But I kind of will miss this type of stuff. I'm going to miss this like Pokemon Stadium type of stuff. I know there's like Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon Stadium 2, and I think it's like Battle DX or something like that for the Wii. I'm going to miss those. So that's why it's very special when I have this. I had a lot of time, and I never quote unquote beat it, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I don't think I'm going to make an in-depth video about it, because why would I? It's just a battle simulator. But the minigames were fun. I did play with my friends with that, and occasionally we do play some of the little mini games. That's a lot of fun to do. But I think the more unique one, the ones I have for the two, is Pokemon Snap. I also didn't understand what I was supposed to do, but I had weird enjoyment, and I was kind of a stickler for games that were like more relaxing based. I kind of don't like stuff like Animal Crossing, Sims, Animal Crossing, Sims, Harvest Moon. I don't like those type of games. I always get bored. Why was this the exception? I don't know. Maybe because I get to harass Pokemon, throw apples and smoke bombs at them. I don't know. I did give it a go, and like I do have a save file in here. I have a N64 memory card somewhere, and I made sure to keep the save file. Though I don't think that the memory card matters. I think it only just saves the pictures. Oh well. But yeah, it was. I always did have fun like taking pictures of Pokemon, and when I had the ideas like, oh, I can make them pose. Oh, that's a lot of fun. That's a little neat. I get to make a surfing Pikachu and all that. One of my favorite ones was when you push a Charmeleon into the volcano and becomes this giant Charizard. Boy, I wish it was that easy to evolve them. I don't know why I like this, and I stay liking it. Occasionally, I will put it on when I just want to relax and just have a little fun. And then we get to the good ones. Technically, I have to talk about this one first. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Okay, I'm going to talk about this mostly as the Game Boy version. I don't longer have the Game Boy version. I had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red. We never got Blue because when we got Red, we didn't know DS existed, funny enough. So I got DX when it came out. I got it when it came out alongside, at least shortly after or before, alongside with the Pokemon Diamond Pearl version of the Switch, which was a remake of like the original Super Edition of the DS. Yes, I know the whole thing about Brilliant Diamond, Shine Pearl, yada yada yada. We get it. Move on. That's not what this is about. Mystery Dungeon always sparked a notice to me because, well, you get to play as the Pokemon itself. Unlike Snap, Coliseum, and even some of the other spin-off games like Hey Pikachu or whatever, you don't play as the Pokemon. You're just interacting with them in a different way. This, you are the Pokemon with the story of you, a human, turned into a Pokemon. I always mess around with the questionnaire in the beginning. I never got Charmander. I keep getting Pokemon I don't like. I think I got Totodile, and I don't remember the second one. I told my friends about this. I think they'll remember. I hated it. I hated that. So I always make sure that inevitably let me get Charmander, or I cheated. I don't care. I think I do. I think I am still part of the Charmander family. I think you have to be naive in the game. You have to be naive in order to be Charmander. It's like, I am a naive person. I don't know how naive they want me to be. I put a lot of time in this game, and in both versions. Again, talking about the Game Boy one here. And I played through it so many times. I only beat it officially once back on the Game Boy. I wish I beat it more, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. The story always had me intrigued, but I always question stuff like, why can't I just do things like I can in the mainline game? Because this is not a mainline game. This is its own thing. I always did wonder why I couldn't evolve. Found out it's a secret that you unlock when you beat the game. I also never learned properly how you recruit Pokemon, because Jesus Christ, when I finally beat the game by myself and I had to... Oops, sorry about that. Camera shook. Anyways, back when I tried to recruit the legendaries, I put so many hours trying to get them at least once, and so many times I would beat them. It's like, oh no, I gotta get out. It's like, god damn it. And then when I beat this version of the game, when you get to beat the legends, I haven't beat Groudon Kyogre. You get your rematch with Groudon, who can go primal, by the way. This is with the engine of the last Mystery Dungeon game, which involved Mega Evolution. I didn't play that. I know one of the biggest things about this is they took up the standard attack. There's your whole there's a 4 moves in the normal Pokemon game, your 4 move set. But in the Mystery Dungeon games, if you press A, you do this basic attack. That was my go-to attack when it's I have a weak enemy. It's like, oh, I know I can one-shot this guy. Bam! There we go. That's gone now. It's like, god damn it. I think that's something I wish that was in this game that is missing in the Game Boy one. Aside from that, I actually like the aesthetic of the water painting style. I'm a big fan of water painting. That's because Pokemon started off with water painting art and something in the lines. So I like it when it goes back in its roots. And I dare say, I would say Mystery Dungeon is my favorite side-based games. I wish there's more. I really like that they made this. I got this, 1, because, well, childhood. 2, one of my all-time favorite games. 3, kind of hoping they get the message we want more Mystery Dungeon games. I don't think this sold very well, and that's a little disappointing. Because I know some people don't like the water painting style. I like it. It looks fine. No, not fine. It looks great. I like it, and I like the whole faded the edges, kind of going to white. It's oh yeah, that's just the parts that weren't painted. It's kind of cool. I kind of wish that this did well, And maybe one day we'll get more Mystery Dungeon. I mean, this was a kind of a surprise, so hopefully one day. So let's talk about his bigger, the second brother, the slightly cooler one. Explorers of Darkness was a game I didn't get to beat by myself for the longest time. Shocker. And I think I never actually beat the game myself, actually. I thought I beat the game one time because I thought the story ends with Primal Dialga, because I remember there was like credits going and all that. But then my sister got a hold of my game and continued. It's like, you can fight Palkia? Darkrai? What's going on here? This one is just literally just an improved version of what the original Mystery Dungeon did. And this was the one I had. I had an actual replay and decided, like, I want legendaries. And I gave myself legendaries, all that. And kind of bully, like, you know how you can, like, as you can see the Wi-Fi thing, the Wi-Fi connection thing was, like, you can download a friend or a random guy's, like, team, and then you can battle their team. I kind of cheated and kind of used the max level Eevee Ivy Palkia. Apparently that's a thing. I don't think the Eevee Ivy thing was a thing, but I do know he was maxed out. I cheated. Yeah, my action replay days, they were fine. But I remember this being a very dark game. No pun intended. But I am a lot glad to have this one. I can't say a lot that I haven't said about DX. It just captures the whole adventurous thing. I guess that's something I should have said. I like adventure stuff. Even if it's not games, I like adventures. And I think one of the main differences is that the guild you're in and your partner, you're officially more of a adventure team. While in the original one, you're a rescue team for the most part. You kind of will go around rescuing Pokemon. You still rescue Pokemon here, but there's more glamorized of like finding lost treasure and exploring new worlds. That I do like, and I would still say this is by far one of my favorites. I don't have Explorers of Sky, however, and that's stupid expensive. I know that's the third and the better version of the Explorers of Time and Darkness. I don't have it, maybe one day, but until then, I'm going to say this one's the better copy until I get its sister. Pokemon Ranger. I have an embarrassing story about this one. I remember I wanted this game because I heard about this is how you get Manaphy. And I kind of wanted to collect every Pokemon in Pokemon Diamond. Spoilers, I didn't. But I didn't know I had to get a whole game to do it. And I was like, you know what? I want Pokemon Ranger. And that one time, my parents knew I wanted to get this game. And my parents went to Radio Shack back when they existed here. And they called and secretly says like, "Hey, what do you want?" It's like they got me. They found a copy of this. Like, oh, sweet. They got home and they gave me this whole giant radio set. And this is the part I hate about myself. I cried thinking they lied to me because I didn't get Pokemon Ranger. I hate saying this, but I want to finally get out of my chest because now I feel like, oh my god, I was a spoiled piece of shit. Because I feel very ungrateful because they got me a radio set and they secretly got me this. Because after I cried and they gave it to my sister, it didn't go to waste. They gave it to my sister. My dad, disappointingly, took me to the side and secretly is like, "Here's Pokemon Ranger. We wanted to do this quietly so that your younger brothers would get jealous." At the time, it was like, oh, cool. But then as the years gone on, it's like, oh my god, I am so sorry. I did try to get that radio set for my sister, but she really liked it. So I was like, you know what? She's happy with it. That's something I wish I could take back. So, and I'm glad that I didn't waste the opportunity of this game. Because I think I pretty much 100% of this game. I really enjoyed the story. You're basically this ranger that, with a Minun, you go around and like rescuing rogue Pokemon that either were misplaced or gone out of control, all while finding a secret entity that, spoiler alert, they tried to recruit the legendary dogs to do something. It's been a while. Can't remember. I remember this was stupid hard. I remember hating the Onyx fight / Steelix fight the most because of his goddamn body. Because his body is all hitbox. Like, you need to get the head but it's hard to know when the body is not a hitbox, and that breaks the line so easily. And then there's the dogs. I think I looked up what were the best partners against the dogs, and I didn't even cheese it. It was just hard, but it was epic, and I was so glad to actually like get a chance to play it. And I am sorry for my actions on that day. So I am glad I actually put on my full-on dedication to beat this game. I got the Manaphy egg and realized you can only get one Manaphy. It's like, well, okay, there goes that. But anyways, by the way, lost that Manaphy a long time ago. Whoops. The whole point I got this game, but you know what? I like the understanding of how great this game was. I never got to play the other Ranger games. I know Gale of Darkness is probably the best one, and I think that's the only one I need to play, but I think I still want to try the others. But I'm honestly more grateful for this one. And maybe I might pop it in one day. This is me slightly feeling bad about it, but that's why this holds more dear to me. Because of my spoil that day, I don't want to let this one go because well, my parents actually really care about me for this. So because of that, this is something that's never leaving my collection. And yeah, there's my embarrassing story about this. Alright, I need to get these two out of the way because I actually haven't tried these yet, but I do know about these. New Snap is kind of obvious. It's just the new Pokemon Snap. I've seen a lot of photographers doing this one, and they do really well. It's just like, damn, mine are going to look shit. And my copy is dirty because this was a used one. I was able to find this on sale, so whoop-de-doo. Not much I can say too much about these two. I do know Pokemon Conquest is one that eluded me for so long. This was hard to get. My friend gave it to me, and honestly, I'm thinking of giving this one back to her, especially if she wants this back. I did get this replacement case. This isn't a normal... it's hard to see it on the phone, on the camera, but this isn't a normal DS case. I think... oh, maybe it is. This isn't a Nintendo DS. Well... Oh, you know what? Well, you know what they might have did? So I got this from Custom Case online, but I think what they did, they gave me a real DS case, but they reprinted the art, the cover art. I actually... Oh, wow. Okay, you learned something new. I always was curious about this one. I think this is based off like another game where you like... It takes place in Japan. I don't know what time in Japan, but this takes place like very, very like early Japan. And these are real people that exist in Japan. And this is an actual war that goes on. But to Pokemonize it, everybody has their own partner Pokemon. And basically use Pokemon to go to war in a friendly term. I think it's one of those like tactic RPG games. I thought that was really cool. I got my chance when I was young. I got my chance to play. It's like, this is awesome. Unfortunately, I never got my chance to get it because other things got aligned. And this was back when I was in the stupid Xbox phase. Nothing wrong with Xbox. I made a video about it. I don't like the shooting era at all. So I kind of missed this one out. Now I got my hands on it. Definitely want to try it out sometime when I get my chance to. And hopefully soon. As for this one, same. Maybe I'll get around with it. I might definitely want to get around with it. I want to do this more depth, like make a whole video of this one more. I just need to get a proper switch of it. This is literally, from what I saw, this is literally just Pokemon Snap, but better. And with that, I think I covered all the ones I have for that. Wow, this was a 21-minute recording. Whoops. Yeah, this is pretty much what I got so far. And Ranger's going to be special because of what I regret, so this will stay holded dear. This was just one of my favorites, and these were just childhood. This one is just really cool. And yeah, that's about it. I really wish Pokemon Game Freak, I should say Pokemon Company / Game Freak would do more. God dang it, wobbly camera. I really wish Game Freak would just do more of these type of spin-offs. I know probably these don't sell well or like as much as they hope for, but I do wish they did make more of these type of games. And maybe one day soon. Like, I mean, I have Switch copy. Like, they made a Switch version of the original Mystery Dungeon. They made new Pokemon Snap. And even though the Legends games are a second mainline game, I think that there is some room of like doing something else. There's the whole new free games and all that. I don't care about those. I don't care about the app games. I want like the more console games that they put a lot of time and effort to make something creative and new that's outside of the Legends slash mainline RPG game. Pokemon RPG games. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've been saying Pokemon and now I can't say it. Well, I will say one thing. I like the Digimon card game better than the Pokemon card game, at least.